Hey, so it's Suzanne in the gray. Those who were touched by the gray, in the gray, black and white, whatever. Decided to do a video in my car. The next couple videos, it's gonna be kind of like a learning experience since I am down a webcam, so I'm doing my phone. Hence the poor quality in the last two videos. 'Cause my apartment doesn't really have good lighting. Anyways, so today's topic would be identity. 'Cause it's been something that for the now 10 months ongoing, I've been trying to deal with of how I identify in the medical community since I am undiagnosed and in the gray still. Because personally, I think the word, the adjective, and the noun is sick doesn't really describe particularly what I'm going through. And for those to really understand what sick means, the adjective means it's affected with a disease or ill health-wise. Now, the fact that I'm undiagnosed and I don't really technically have a disease, that's probably one reason why I can't find a support group anywhere. I don't really agree with sick. And a lot of people, when you tell them, oh, I'm sick, they think something really serious and negative, and they get scared. Which is all good feedback if you're wanting that, but especially the fact that most of my symptoms are very hidden. Unless I told you what my symptoms are, you wouldn't know them at all. And the fact that I don't look ill, I feel sometimes I look kind of depressed a lot, which I am. But like other than that, I can still drive. I'm not missing work. I am a lot more run down. I guess that would maybe look like I'm a little sicker than normal. I don't really identify as sick. So some terminology that I've really liked has been in the gray. So it really defines like this crappy circumstance where I'm in between a diagnosis and I'm in the gray. I can't really find a support group. I can't really find people that are understanding where I'm coming from and how much of this undiagnosed journey is going to be long term, actually. And the other identity that I identify as what's your damage. I recently reached out with a young person around my age who's going through the same stuff as me, and as a kind of a, hey, I know what you're going through, then really disclosing too much information that I really wanted to. I said, what's your damage? And I know in my prior background, other than the health stuff, that's another good way to be like, I've been through some crap, like, I got you. So with this person, when I said that, she was like, oh my God, let's talk, let's get coffee, like, oh, thank God, like, I've gone to a couple MRIs. I'm like, yeah, I've done 6. Like, I know how that goes. I've also had a couple EPTs and visual ocular exams and all this stuff, and 16 blood tests and da-da-da. And she was like, wow. Like, yeah, and, and it was really great to talk to her about that. And we also talked about identity, and she was like, I hate describing myself as sick, because I don't feel sick. Like, I know something's up, but I don't feel sick. I'm not vomiting, I'm not, the commonly view of sick. And I told her some of my stuff, and she really responded to that. And it's definitely something I've talked to my therapist about, of identity-wise, and I really don't like when people categorize me as sick either. I get really touchy about that, because just like with any kind of orientation or how you identify yourself, with a sexual orientation, gender expression, race, or what have you, it really depends on the person and how they use it. So I think going forward, like, what I would really recommend is really figure out what kind of terms that really resonate with you, because I also really love to use PCP, which is your primary care physician. I like to say, I'm really symptomatic, and really familiarize with yourself with the medical terms, because that could really give you a lot of empowerment and advocacy when you're going to these doctor's appointments, and also when you're trying to effectively communicate to people in your support network. Could really give you more power and feel a little bit more in control, even though the whole journey you have no control at all, and it's really kind of based on like the methodology and like what your, well, not the methodology, but like how your disease or your illness is kind of controlling you. Because you're kind of like, wow, I'm getting this symptom, like how can I fix it, or make it better, or feel less, and da da. So yes, that's one big thing I wanted to talk about, is identity and how you use it. And I identify as being in the gray. I identify as what's your damage. I don't identify as sick. I really don't like that. And the fact that I am undiagnosed still, and it's been going on for almost a year now, really kind of resonates with me. It really kind of goes more long term than, that kind of stagnant sick. I feel like I'm more in a progressive kind of trying to be proactive way. So definitely really look into it. And I'm probably going to keep on talking about this topic because I keep on learning more, identifying words and statements that really fit with me. So hope this is good and informative, and my links below for my blog are down below, and I hope the car is a little bit better than my apartment.